My daughter Louisa, who's 10 years old, was heading to an out-of-state camp about 3 hours away for a week. A friend of mine named Maria was driving her kids up, along with a boy named Charlie, who's also 10. She asked if Louisa wanted to ride up with them, and Louisa happily agreed. Maria mentioned that after camp she'd be going to her parents' home in another state, so she wouldn't be able to bring Louisa or Charlie back. She suggested that Charlie's dad and I coordinate a carpool for the return trip. I told Maria I'd be picking Louisa up myself since I don't know Charlie or his dad, but if Charlie needed a ride home, I'd be willing to help. I never heard anything from Charlie's dad, so I figured he felt the same way I did and would just drive Charlie himself. On the day of departure, I brought Louisa to Maria's house. Charlie and his dad were both there. Maria asked if we'd worked out the pickup details, since apparently it was already assumed I'd be driving Charlie home. I was a little annoyed that his dad never personally reached out to ask if I was okay with it, but I had offered, so I let it go. The kids were being picked up Saturday morning. Why? By Friday morning, I still hadn't heard a word from Charlie's dad, so I asked Maria for his contact info. I texted him, asking if Charlie still needed a ride. He replied a few hours later with just the word, yes. I told him no problem, and let him know I'd be picking them up at 9 in the morning, meaning we'd be home around noon. I suggested a meeting place not too far from the highway since we live about an hour apart from each other. No response. I texted him again a couple of hours later, asking if everything sounded okay. I called him Friday evening and left a voicemail. I called again Saturday morning. Wait. Then I sent him a text making it very clear that I would not be driving his child home unless we actually agreed on a time and place to meet. Still, no response. I arrived at camp at 9 as planned and waited a full 30 minutes to hear from him. We also had my grandfather's 85th birthday party to get to at 1:30, so we couldn't stay there all day. I made the decision to leave without Charlie. The counselors were there. The camp was still fully operational, and Charlie was supervised. He was not left alone. Around 11 in the morning, his dad finally responded. He sent a text saying the time and place I mentioned would be fine. I immediately called him to let him know I didn't have Charlie with me, and he completely lost it. I told him he needed to calm down since he was on speakerphone with my kids in the car. Was I wrong here?